All right, we're going to do a demo of Volteo Edge's application called Business Central. This is an application built on ServiceNow for connecting operational technology assets out in the field, monitoring all the events, data, telemetry, and image feeds and video feeds from the field, and then providing analytics on top of that to improve the operations of those assets. This application gives you complete visibility into how your field assets are operating, provides a layer of analytics in the cloud to highlight issues on those assets that need to take action. It integrates directly with field service management through work orders, health and safety, as well as customer service management. So you not only understand what's happening in the field, but the flows are set up to help you immediately take action. This helps drive cost savings through predictive and preventive maintenance. So let's take a look at the application here. So all of our workspaces in this application are built around the same concept for physical assets in the field. So we have a map showing where the projects are located, and under each one of these projects is a grouping of assets. Then you can see across the top here we have Edge Alerts. So Edge Alerts use our cloud-based rule engine and streaming analytics to generate Edge Alerts that may require action. And then from there we have flows already built in to automatically be able to generate operational incidents, which are our form of similar to an ITSM style incident for operational technology. And then from there, flows that will automatically generate work orders or health and safety alerts. In this case, we're looking at the industrial workspace. So this is modeled after one of our clients that's in the oil and gas industry. So we're going to look into their projects here. We're going to pick a project and then dig into one of these assets. In this case, we're modeling hydraulic cylinders that are working out in the oil and gas field. And so that's where this one is located. We can click immediately. We'll get a view of the live data that's flowing off of this. Okay, in this case, you can see there are two data elements configured for this hydraulic cylinder. We've got top pressure, so this is the pressure on the top of the hydraulic cylinder, as well as temperature. And later on, we'll be showing you how you can set rules and alerts for any of these data elements. So you get live data here. You can zoom out and in. You can look at most recent time windows here and get historical data directly. If we go back far enough, we may actually see some changes. So here you can see what's happened recently. There was a bump in pressure, probably over where the rules would fire, and we'd get an alert, and then it's dropped back down. Additionally, you can click through and see a more advanced chart. So we do have the ability to show much more complicated dashboards out in our cloud, where it's the same data you're seeing in ServiceNow, but you have many more gauge types. For in this case, we have histograms, and it's easier to drill in on the data and see live data as well. It's the same data you're seeing in ServiceNow, but it's just a little more visually complex. Okay, so let's take a look at how we might set up alerts. So in this case, we may have an issue if, let's say, pressure is above 250 psi, let's say. So we have a rules engine. We actually have three types of rules engines inside of our application. We have event rules, time series rules, and vision rules. In this case, we only use event and time series in this workspace, and I'm only going to be looking at time series right now. We're going to take a look here. We've got three of them set. I'll look for an example, this top pressure watcher. So you can see here, it's pretty easy to configure. This is, you get to give it a name, a description. In this case, we can set the rules to run on connected models or assets. In this case, it's at the asset level, which means we can set specific rules for each individual asset. Or if we'd like, we could write the rule at a model level, so all of the assets of any particular model operate with the same rule set. In this case, we choose to monitor the top pressure measurement, and you can see that we're looking for the parameter pressure is greater than 201. So anytime that happens, then the action we will take is to create an edge alert. We'll go back to our workspace and look at the edge alerts and click in and see those. You can see right now, very recently, we were breaching the 201 quite often. And so we're generating a lot of edge alerts for this overpressure condition. And when that happens, we have a flow that runs all the time, which manages what we do when that happens. So let's take a look at that. So we'll pop over into Flow Designer, and we will look at the flows. We'll look at all ours here. We're going to go just into this demo flow right now. So this flow is running all the time for edge alerts, and we have several actions as part of this spoke. In this case, we have several actions taking place for each edge alert. First, we're going to create what's called an operations incident. So we're going to create that. That's if we need somebody to respond to this condition, perhaps remotely, before we send anybody to the field to correct the situation. Additionally, we can create a health and safety record. So in this case, we only keep one active health and safety observation per asset. So we can create that as an overpressure alert in case that needs review. So additionally, we're going to help manage the maintenance plan for this asset. So this overpressure condition could indicate that it needs to have an accelerated maintenance plan. So we're going to expedite the maintenance plan, and we're going to change it to make sure that the next maintenance is done within the 2 business days. Okay, so we're going to pop back over and walk through the outcome of these edge alerts. So we'll just pick this most recent one here and click in. And you can see in this edge alert, we have the rule that was executed and the asset that it's referring to. So I clicked on into that asset. This is everything about the asset, but in addition, you can see the measurement instances. So these are the instances of the time series data that we manage out in our platform. You can see the rules that are associated with this asset, and you can see the maintenance plan records. In this case, this type of asset already had a maintenance plan record, but because we just had this overpressure situation that came in through that edge alert, you can look out here and see that the next runtime has been accelerated to be 2 days from now. So that'll help make sure that the maintenance is in line with what we've been for the data that we're collecting on this asset in the field. And keep in mind with that flow, you can generate any type of task that's relative to that. So we showed some operational incidents if there's something that needs to be addressed immediately or remotely, as well as maintenance plans, as well as any other type of work order or health or safety type task that needs to be generated.